Hello, welcome to the first edition of this live show. I think I'm going live where I'm supposed to go live. Anyhow, welcome. We're getting started. This is the first one. Happy Monday. I hope you're having a great day, and I hope you're joining me for coffee. Mine is coffee, a little bit of cacao ground up in it. But even if you don't enjoy coffee, hopefully you'll enjoy the conversation this morning. So the core of this is, and again, I haven't quite figured out where the chat is at this moment. I'll get there. So forgive me. I'll go on afterwards and I'll catch up with all the chat questions. But the gist is this: I'm going to go live each morning, at least through the end of the year, with some little lessons, typically 5 to 10 minutes. So today might go a whole 10 minutes, but most of them will be a little shorter. Just an opportunity each morning for you to kind of collect your thoughts and be thinking about something. And I'll put a particular topic up for us to get into. Today's topic is about the one thing. Let me see if I can share that. So again, I'm learning as we go. Um, and I don't see what I want to share, so I guess I'm not sharing what I was going to share. Anyhow, today's topic is the one thing. Now, there's a book, I forget his name right now, I think his name is Mark, but the guy wrote this book called The One Thing. And the topic that he was covering in the book was basically about finding the one thing that you should be focused on, the one thing that's basically going to move the needle for you. And I do think that that's a very important concept, and a very important thing for you to keep up with to understand if you're doing the things that you need to do. Too often we let ourselves get distracted. We get focusing on things that aren't really that important, that aren't really helping us, aren't really serving us. And that uses our time, abuses our time, if you will, and we're not able to get done the things that we really need to get done. Now, one of the challenges of this is to make sure that your one thing isn't like the biggest thing, because often sometimes it feels like it is. Like I have to be working out, or I have to be doing this, or I have to be, and the time constraints and the effort to get it done are just so monumental that we're not going to do that one thing. It's not possible at this point in our lives. So what I want you to do when you're thinking about your one thing is make it one thing you know you can do. So if you know that you can go for a 10-minute walk before you get ready for work, do that. Okay, get that one thing in your head and then figure out a way that you're going to be consistent in getting that one thing done. Don't go out and say, I'm going to start a new diet, I'm going to start a new workout program, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I'm going to sleep 11 hours. If you set yourself up like that, you're setting yourself up for failure because you won't be consistent at all of them. And for most people, that means you won't be consistent with any. So pick one thing you know you can do that you're not necessarily doing right now. But if you were to put your effort and time into it, your focus into it, you know you could get it done. And then do that one thing. When you've gotten consistent at that one thing, now you can consider adding additional things. So your homework for today is basically to come up with what is your one thing. And then I want you to start tomorrow, if you don't have time to get it done today, get that one thing done each day. Find a way to track it. I love to pull out an old calendar, not an old calendar, but because they have to be a new calendar, but a paper calendar where you can literally mark each day. And so if you have something you're trying to accomplish, have a way of tracking it, have a way of knowing you got it done, have a way of celebrating that you did the thing. And in the end, what you're going to find is that makes you much more likely to want to do it, to be able to do it, and then to do it. And once you're doing it consistently, now you're ready to look for the next thing. But you do not focus on the next thing until you get the one thing set. Okay, so your challenge for today is to go out and figure out what your one thing is. And once you've got that, then I want you stepping up and making that happen each and every day. All right, if you have any questions, please leave a comment below. I'm broadcasting this on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. If everything goes right, it will be in each of those locations. If you can't join me each morning, then you can watch the replay. But if you'd like to join me more mornings than not, and I will again, I will work on trying to figure out all the tech of how all of this works. Right now, I have one piece of software that I know is pushing this out. I hope it's pushing it everywhere it's supposed to. And then what I'm going to eventually get better and better at is being active in the chat. I'm not going to be active today because I can't actually even find the chat. But when I do kind of get organized, I'll have the chats open. We'll be able to have conversations. You'll be able to ask questions live. That's really the purpose of this, is for me to be available to you, to provide you with value, to give you something each day for you to think about and add if it makes sense. And then just make sure that I'm here for you. So again, you can go ahead and leave comments. I'll be sure to go back and respond to all of those. I hear a lot of dings, so I'm going to assume something's happening, but I can't be there right now. I can't figure out even where there is, but I'm on my way. So if you want to get notified that these are coming, because you may have just wandered up on this live and said, okay, what's going on? If you want kind of this kind of stuff where we're talking every day about health and fitness, about ways to make it easier, about ways to make it more sustainable, about ways to make it happen for you, then I encourage you to join the list. You can go to 40plusfitness.com/coffee. That's 40plusfitness.com/coffee. Just put your name and your email in there, and each day you'll get an email in the morning, sometime between a half hour before and right till this time, 10 o'clock Eastern. The email will go out. It'll give you an idea of what the topic is and just remind you where it is with links to each of the platforms so you can kind of go out there and catch this live. I will be working on making sure that I'm active in those chats. So this is a great opportunity for you to ask questions if you're live. So go get on the list, 40plusfitness.com/coffee. And each day, Monday through Friday, we can have this conversation at 10 a.m. on each morning and enjoy coffee with Coach Allen. I'll talk to you next time.